Hi. So up to this point, you've learned some really cool stuff on the clarinet. You've learned how to blow it properly with using proper embouchure and good posture. You've learned your first 3 notes, and you've learned about airstream, how it makes a good sound using the airstream properly. I'd like to talk about something very important in music, whether you're playing by yourself or in a band. It's tuning the instrument. If you tune the instrument properly, you will blend in better, you will sound better, your tone quality will be better, and everything will sound nice. Now, there are a couple different concepts in playing in tune and being out of tune. The first thing I want to talk about a little bit is when you're playing a song and a few notes or one note happens to be out of tune. Now, this can happen because your embouchure isn't set properly or your airstream isn't really supporting the note. I'm going to demonstrate a little song for you so you can hear the difference between being in tune and out of tune on just one note. So listen to this and you'll hear the difference. So that top note was out of tune. It was a little bit flat, meaning it was below the pitch. It should be a little bit higher. I'm going to play it again. And that happened because my embouchure loosened up on that. I didn't have a steady embouchure. Now I'm going to play it correctly so you can hear the difference. So much better, sounds much better when it's more in tune. Always songs sound better in tune. Now, on a certain note, you could be flat or you could be sharp. Now, if you're flat, means your pitch is a little bit low. You're below where the desired pitch should be. And if you're sharp, you're a little bit above the desired pitch. So there's certain things we can do if our whole clarinet is one way or the other. If our clarinet is flat, we should try to push everything in as far as it can go, the barrel and the mouthpiece, and get it really in there tight, and make sure that your embouchure is on there firm, because if your embouchure is too loose and your airstream is not really flowing through the instrument, you might be flat. Now, if you're sharp, the other side of the pitch, meaning above the pitch, you just want to pull your barrel out just a little bit. That's the first thing you can do. Just twist it a little bit so it pulls out. And then you'll probably get more into tune. So how do we tune? How do we know if we're in tune? Well, when you're playing in a band, you need to listen to the other instruments around you and see if the blend sounds right. That's the first thing that I do when I'm trying to tune. Usually in the beginning of band class, your band teacher will probably give you a tuning note, either from the piano or another instrument in the class, most likely a concert B flat, which is your C. Or it could be a concert A, which would be your B. But most often in band class, it'll be a concert B flat, which is again your C. So listen to that note and really try to hear if you're in tune with that note, meaning it sounds like the pitch is just right. Now, if you hear a wave in your sound and the other people that are playing that note, then you might be out of tune. So what I do to figure out whether I'm sharp or flat is I loosen my embouchure as I'm playing, and if it sounds better as I loosen my embouchure, then I know I might be a little bit sharp because I got better when I lowered the pitch. When I loosen my embouchure, the pitch becomes a little bit lower, becomes a little more flat, and I get more in tune that way, then I know I'm a little bit sharp. If it gets worse, then I know I'm flat and I have to adjust for that. So remember, if you're flat, you want to push everything in farther, and if you're sharp, you want to pull out the barrel just a little bit. So you got to make sure the mouthpiece and the barrel are pushed all the way in if you're flat, and if you're sharp, you pull out the barrel just a little bit so there's a little gap. Let me do that for you so you can see. Just a little gap right there in the barrel. Okay, So now let me play the song one more time, and I want to demonstrate once more about being in tune and being out of tune. And again, your whole clarinet can be in tune or out of tune also. That's what I was talking about adjusting your barrel to make sure you're in tune in general throughout the whole band. And then again, for single notes, it's about proper technique, using your embouchure, using your airstream, having good posture all the way through for every note. So again, one more time, out of tune and then in tune, and you hear the difference. Boy, that sounds bad because that top note is really out of tune. Now one more time, in tune. Much better in tune. So these are some of the basics about tuning, something for you to think about, a little introduction into tuning. When you're in your band class, use your ears to really hear if you're in tune, and you will sound much, much better.